Yo, what is happening everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty Vanguard video. In today's video, I'm going to be going through all of the PlayStation 4 settings. I presume a lot of these are the same on Xbox and the next-gen consoles as well. Before any of you guys comment down below, there is an FOV slider in Vanguard, which I will show you a little bit later on. But I want to show you guys all the new settings. We'll actually start off with graphic settings, and at the end, I'll give you guys my best controller settings. I've played for a couple of hours, and there are some new settings you guys need to use. But starting off with graphics, we've got safe area, brightness, color customization, pretty normal stuff. It is pretty cool how you can put a filter on here, you can put a color filter target, you can basically completely customize the HUD. It is really cool how you can put filters on here if you want your game to look a little bit different. And yeah, as you can see, we've got FOV. I'm just putting my FOV to 100. It seems to be working just fine. I'm not getting like any substantial lag or anything like that. The FOV slider does seem to be pretty optimized. Now, ADS field of view, this is personal preference, but independent means that you'll aim down sights and it'll basically go back to like the default FOV, or if you have it affected, you won't get as much zoom when you aim down sights. A lot of people say that gives you a lot less visual recoil, so it's up to yourself. I actually prefer independent, I think, but it's up to yourself, whatever's kind of easiest for you. I feel like with an SMG maybe affected would be better. Camera movement, put this down to 50%. It basically causes more screen shake. It's more of an immersive type of thing. All of your motion blurs and depth of field should be off. This is quite an interesting new setting that they've added. Fidelity FX CAS. Basically what this does is sharpens your picture. I'm actually going to put this on because it is nice to have like a more sharp image. All my settings got reset, so there you go. And finally, you've got on-demand texture streaming. I recommend turning this off. It's not a good thing for your game to be downloading textures while you're playing. It's going to give you a little bit more lag and stuff like that, so I would recommend turning that off personally. As it says here, it will downgrade the visual quality of the game, so if you guys want to keep that on, it's up to yourself. The audio is just personal preference. You might want to put music down. There's nothing too crazy in here. Just to give you guys a look at the audio mixes, it's just headphones, home theater, TV, and night mode. For your interface, this is basically where you find, like, if you want to have a ping counter. I always like to have a ping counter on my games, or like a system clock or whatever you want. You can put that stuff on and it just pops up on the top left. I don't know why you would want to see FOV, but if you wanted to see your FOV, you know, you can do that if you want to. At the very least, you want to put on server latency and packet loss to see if you're getting connected to a different region, or if you've got some internet issues that you need to take care of. And finally, let's go into controller. And finally, let's go into your controller settings and your gameplay settings. Obviously, target aim assist is on if you're in controller. You can put this to default or black ops. I'm just going to keep it on default. I don't really like messing about with it. Weapon mount activation, you can actually just set this to ADS if you want. It's really awkward. I would recommend putting it as ADS and melee. Pretty simple stuff here. What I would recommend for this setting right here is put it on shortest, which means if you're trying to get out of mounted, if you're trying to get out of a weapon mount, you can get out of there instantly if you need to duck down or something like that. Depleted ammo weapon switch, I always turn this off. I like to be completely in control of my character at all times. So I don't like when it automatically swaps weapons, because sometimes I'll automatically do it myself. And blind fire, honestly, just turn it off, it's not good. Now, automatic airborne mantle, this is actually a really interesting one. So this is a good setting if you're jump shotting, essentially. If you're jump shotting, basically, it says it'll only make you mantle if it could prevent a fall. I actually quite like that setting. Maybe that'll help with, you know, jumping over stuff randomly. Sprint cancels reload. Sprinting door bash, it means like it gives you the option to sprint through doors if you want to. For your slide behavior, you're always going to want to have that on tap, and for tactical sprint, I would put that on toggle. And yeah, a lot of this other stuff is just personal preference. I like to tap to reload personally. I don't want to spend an awful lot of time reloading or like holding in the button to reload. It can be a pressure situation, so you're just going to want to get that done as quickly as possible. But yeah, apart from that guys, 88 sensitivity, I just keep everything on 1. I don't really do multipliers. I probably would do a multiplier for higher zoom. You know, maybe like put this up or something like that. I haven't really messed about with it fully. But yeah, for your snipers, you would want a slightly higher zoom for sure. For your ADS sensitivity transition timing, you're going to want that to be instant. What this basically means is, for example, if you've got like an 8 sensitivity, or let's just say for easiness sake here, a 10 sensitivity, right? And you've got a 0.8 aiming sensitivity. This will basically factor in how quick the transition will be between the sensitivities. Personally, I would prefer it to be instant. This is actually a new setting right here, controller orientation, up, left, down, right. So for example, if you wanted to play with your controller sideways for some random reason, like if you were holding it to the left, this can make it that you can go up, down, left, right while holding it left. It's a weird setting, but it's a pretty good setting. I think a lot of people will get some use out of that. Yeah, pretty much the rest of this is personal preference. I like to put my dead zone on 5. It feels a lot more snappy. But yeah, those are basically all of the controller settings and stuff like that in Vanguard. Overall, the performance and everything has been really good, even with 100 FOV. I don't really like going too high on FOV because I do like being able to see people quite well. I do find it a little bit easier to shoot with lower FOV, and I think it's better for aim assist and other things like that. But thank you everybody for watching. If this video helped you out in any way, or if you were just looking for FOV settings or whatever it is, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe. I'll be uploading a lot more Vanguard content. And thank you everybody who's been checking out all the videos today. I've made 3 videos today so far, one showing all the weapons, one showing all the maps, and one showing the master camos. Be sure to check those out if you're interested, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Have a good rest of your day.